you guys have a campaign that's just gone crazy, and it's
Yeah.
so simple, and I think that's why it's blown up. It's called Who's Your One, and tell
Yeah.
us a little bit about the Who's Your One campaign.
Yeah, man. When you think of just say spiritual lostness in the United States, let's just take the United States alone, and you think of Generation Z. Some statistics say roughly about 50 million of Generation Z are not connected to the local church or
Wow.
have a relationship with Jesus at all. I mean, it's almost like an unreached people group, right? And so when you think of lostness, you think of billions around the world, you think of millions in the United States, you may even think of thousands in your community or hundreds in your high school or junior high. And so that can be overwhelming. And when people think of big numbers like that, they typically don't do anything. So he said, hey, think about the number one. Who is just one spiritually lost person in your life that you can begin to, super simple, three things: pray for by name every day, invest in, meaning live differently in front of them, serve them, invest in them. And then thirdly, when God opens those doors of opportunity, and he will, then by faith and obedience, you walk through that door of opportunity and share the gospel with them, share your testimony, point them to Jesus. And so, hey, it's not anything new. We may have just marketed it, put some graphics with it. We've put a lot of free resources. I want to encourage people to go to who'syourone.com, all kind of spelled out, who'syourone.com, or you can text the word one, O-N-E, to 888-123, and you'll get a response back to take you straight to it. But it's really 2,000 years old.
Can you say that again
Yeah,
slower for
yeah,
youth leaders and for me?
sure. Yeah, that's right. Just text the word one to 888-123,
Got it.
ONE to 888-123, and that'll connect you directly. But if you think about it, it's John 1. It's Jesus found Philip, and the first thing Philip did was find Nathanael. So the kingdom of God is expanded one relationship at a time. Like, so we all have one, who's one person that you can commit to pray for by name every day, invest in, share the gospel with. I love it at who'syourone.com, Greg. There's all kind of free resources. There's a student devotional on there that I've written that's an evangelism student devotional. There's all kind of training videos. But one of my favorite things is on the homepage of the website is this big interactive map. Greg, you've seen it. And on there, you can go and like type in the first name of your one person that you're going to pray for every day, invest in, share the gospel with. And then under it's the city and state they live in. You can type that in and then hit the button, commit to pray. And that interactive map will light up to where over the
Love it.
city that you just put there. And there's currently over 42,000 people who have committed to praying for their ones on that map.
love it.
And so it's a movement. And a large segment of that 42,000 plus is young adults, college students, teenagers. And so it's a movement. And like you said a while ago, like I always tell pastors, especially lead pastors, if you want to see a movement, if you want to see a revival, go after the next generation. That's where the harvest is. You want to see your baptism numbers grow? Go after the next generation. That's where the harvest is.
And here's the thing, too. You and I know this. I was a pastor for 10 years. You work with a lot of churches as pastors. You've been a youth leader. When the youth group gets on fire, it fires up
Yep.
the adults.
It does.
You know,